We got a developing situation in Cleveland. Deshaun Watson done as his own teammates actually make it worse. You won't believe this as we roll immediately. We have the video you haven't seen. Inside the stadium, the crowd actually cheering as Watson is laying on the field. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at they're laughing and joking, and he's standing to applaud. And listen to these people. Listen. That is unbelievable. I've never seen that before. Meanwhile, on the telecast, it's even worse. Listen how loud the crowd gets cheering when the referee opens his microphone. Listen to this.
Just stumbled, and now Watson is hurt. Oh,
listen. Wow.
Immediately clutches at his right ankle.
Wow. But wait.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Yeah, see how much louder it got when the ref turned his mic on? Meanwhile, Ben Axelrod says it is ugly here. Take a look at this. The Browns players yelling at fans, their home fans, who are cheering the Watson injury. It is an ugly scene for sure. But wait, here's where it gets really bad. As we continue, presented by Twin Peaks. 8 Strength Scenic Views, your UFC fight headquarters is Twin Peaks. Jameis Winston says he's disappointed. You got to hear this.
I am very upset with the reaction to a man that has had the world against him for the past 4 years.
Yeah, the world against him. Meanwhile, Bleacher Report reminds us a few years back, that's 2015, Winston being sued by the woman that accused him of a sexual assault when he was at Florida State. And then Watson continues about this is not how he was raised. Listen to this.
The way I was raised, I will never pull on a man when he's down.
Yeah, he sounds like a preacher. You know, the ones that steal from the church. Meanwhile, look at this. Because Florida State, it was found, and the police in Tallahassee hindered the investigation. They wanted it to go away so their guy could play football. Winston talks about obstacles. You got to hear this. This is insane. Listen.
I know you love this game. When I first got here, I knew these were some amazing fans.
Yeah.
But Deshaun was treated badly. And now he has to overcome another obstacle.
Another obstacle, like what, a 27th sexual assault lawsuit? Look at this from NPR, in case you forgot. Winston himself, FSU paid that woman nearly $1 million to make that whole thing go away. Meanwhile, let's not forget, this wasn't the end for Jameis Winston. Remember what happened with the Uber? Take a look at this here, because Winston was then investigated for sexually groping an Uber driver. And then, of course, he was suspended 3 games for it. But wait, because it somehow even gets worse for the Browns PR department now. Presented by St. Lucie Battery and Tire, SLBT.com, home of honest, reliable service since 1970. 18 total car care centers, in fact. Myles Garrett says that Deshaun Watson is a what? Listen to this.
Man does pretty much everything right. He's been a model citizen through college and most of the pros. He plays the game as hard as anyone I've seen. Most
everything right. Model citizen. Do you remember this? Myles Garrett suspended indefinitely. That means until we say so. For the assault that took place upon Mason Rudolph. Excuse me. And then we've got Garrett lecturing all of us because he's not done yet on the moral high ground. Listen to this.
We have to be there for him as a team, as an organization. We can't look down on the guy because of any mistakes on the field or anything off the field.
Really?
We don't have anything.
Really?
We don't have any more high ground to look down on the guy.
Well, no, actually I do, you see, because I've never sexually assaulted anyone or been accused of it by 26 separate women. You remember this video? Remember Garrett himself with his moral high ground on what's right? This is the Mason Rudolph. Look at this again. This is the one that got him suspended indefinitely. Watch. Look at. Oh, my God.
Oh, gosh, that's one of the worst things I've ever seen on a professional sports field.
Yeah, that's Joe Buck right there saying, I've never seen anything quite like that. Meanwhile, how about this? The quotes themselves. The man does pretty much everything right. Been a model citizen through college. Most of the pros, I guess most of means outside of the 26 sexual assault accusations. Keep on, if you're going to say it's about money, remember, some women did complain and didn't sue. They didn't want $1. They wanted justice is what they wanted. But wait, because Deshaun Watson is finally admitting it now. You heard what I said, presented by X Golf. X Golf WPB on Instagram, the new home of golf. Indoor golf is X Golf in West Palm Beach. In case you missed the injury itself, here's a slow-mo replay of it. You can actually see the recoil of the Achilles tendon. Take a look.
Cleveland's going to maintain possession.
Look at here. Oh, no contact.
You see the buckle of his right leg. My goodness.
You see that
Yeah.
snap.
And then we've got the isolation, the close-up. Look closely. You can actually see the recoil as it happens. Take a look. Look closely. Here comes the circle, and it's going to show you Pakawa. And that would be it. That may be the last play we ever see of Deshaun Watson, to be honest. Meanwhile, on his way out of the stadium, did you see Deshaun Watson's reaction? You kind of have to feel for the guy in some ways. I know it's tough to do, but take a look.
You see the emotion outpouring from Deshaun Watson. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and this is business, mind you. Remember, his salary cap hit is still $175 million, actually $150 for the next 2 years. Jason from Over the Cap, he is the serial cap guy. He understands the salary better than anybody. He says, yes, there will be some relief, small part because of what's insured for future cap. And then our people from, of course, Spot Rack. These are the experts on it. They say $13.9 million of the contract was insured, which leads to a small cap credit for 2025. Insurance policies become more prevalent. But again, we're talking about nearly $150 million no matter what. That is a Browns cap hit over the next 2 seasons. The question is on the board. Question, will Watson ever play for the Browns again? And the answer is no. He may never play in the NFL again, but he's never playing for Cleveland again. He's never played more than 7 games in any season that he was there. These fans deserve better. With that said, what would these fans have said or done about him if he were playing well? Suddenly they're moral, suddenly they're just. I understand. Racism is at play here. So is jealousy of a young man making this kind of money and not performing. There's a lot going on here. But Deshaun Watson may just be done with football because who's going to want him and who's picking up that contract? I think he winds up settling with the Browns and disappears from football, and this is the end of the road for what is the worst deal and a cautionary tale in modern sports history. Hit subscribe, hit like, comment. I reply to all those comments. Tell me where I'm wrong. We'll get after it. Remember, kids, while every day above ground is a good day, some are just more questionable than others. Second night to the bad guy. See you on Wednesday.